We've got a bad Icarus flies. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Icarus flies higher and higher, soaring up like a Krishna eagle, bypassing clouds. With our wings denying all fear of flight, we delight, mightier than the gods. Icarus, my son, fresh from our prison tower, we take off on our snowy white wings, twisting and twirling in the heat of the sun. You chose to ignore my advice, flaming bright. You thought you could perform miracles, your eyes full of stars and hair of flame. A fiery sculpture you became, flailing around like a pagan sacrifice. The task was done. An eerie wind played in the skies as you dazzled, before falling on a beach lapped by waves, encircled by white feathers. Appalling fate. Before, in brilliant technicolor, your freedom, performing miracles across the cities, coercing freedom of a kind. You ascend to other lands. Europa calls. The Minotaur will be your ancestor. You will fly with the body of a migrating bird to distant planets as you lose your way in space, avoiding the day of judgment at the door of heaven. Freedom at last in the black hole of night. I think they're all to do with flying tonight, my poems, actually. I don't know why. Sunflowers. Dad took me to see a chapel near his newfound home. We peeked in through an eye hole in the oak door. I was dazzled by the William Morris window in sharp reflection. We exclaimed at its perfection. It was a masterwork. It's been a long time since he passed away. It rained the night before, washing the flowers clean, perfecting the red roses that he loved so well, covered with a silken sheen, the garden where he worked. Now in a shower of gold, he's carried in by the bearers. The vicar turned the key to allow him through. He was radiant on his bier of sunflowers, sunlit from heaven. We followed behind in a blaze of light, lit by the flowers.
Start from again. Come back.
Is it gone?
Yeah, I think so. What we'll have to do is, hold on. Where is it?
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Shall I start again that one? Because we just lost the connection. It just went. So shall I start that one again?
We heard the whole thing.
Dad
Or I heard the whole thing, but if you go ahead, it'd be great to hear it again.
All right. Inside at last, no more peeping at that inner kingdom, but resplendent in stained glass in the heart of the sun. A blackbird leads the choir singing in adoration, born of the one light. Eden saw play. And then I've got time for one more. I'm sorry about that. That was. We've got a bad connection tonight. I'm sorry, it keeps going, you know.
Feel free to read another, and we can hear every word. It's.
Oh, you can. Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
sometimes a little wobbly, but catch everything.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
This is called The Beautiful and the Damned, which is a title from Scott Fitzgerald's book, obviously. But The Beautiful and the Damned. So we're finally seeing off the butterflies, fluttering in our eye line like dancers on the run. They disappear down a black hole, like a sci-fi movie, like a smoking gun. Even the cabbage whites are disappearing. Those virgins capsizing in the sea or floating on clouds. The first of the season, leading lights of the chorus, drenched in the passion of April rains, their sparkling shrouds. The tortoise shells are gone, last seen in Mexico, where they bred on their migratory flight. Such an incredible beating of wings in that multicolored crew, with breathtaking oohs and ahs in their frisking and delight. The tiny purples are here en masse, feeding on flowers, darting across the sky like purple rain on Bastille Day. The aristocrats have already fled from our skies, led by the monarch, closely pursued by the painted lady. The room will soon be empty, with those ballroom dancers gone, fled from the land of dreams with their fluttering wings, living now in their ivory towers of bliss, away from us humans, with our poisoning of their habitats, on which it all hinges. Maybe their caterpillars are left behind, hiding amongst the finery, the undergrowth, bodies of silk and satin, dead kings and queens, dreaming sweet dreams of innocence, wrapped up in ermine cloaks. The kiss of a butterfly must be sublime. Its perfume lingers forever. Thanks. No, only one more, I think. There is one more, it's short. I don't know whether you've got time for it or not, shall we?
Go right ahead.
An ancient wind. What are you looking for in your guise as a butterfly? The sweet nectar of a flower, new wings of Arabian silk, a dream of flying over the high seas. Ships abound, but sailors cannot see you in their mystic lenses looking for gold. A flap of your wings and you vanish. It's merely Chuang Tzu's imaginings, a star in the magic temple of dreams, a shortcut into outer space. You are at large with yourself, cast on a rock to rest from your flight in the middle of the ocean in a state of flux, metamorphosing to complete your journey, a voyage inside a pearl, a sudden transformation. Do butterflies scream, as Jim prophesied? What are you searching for? The light? Time to squeeze yourself into a new shape? Ways to confuse us with your duality? Roberts.
Astrological chart. From the furnace of Betelgeuse, from the hand of the master craftsman, a shattered glass in the sacristy, a parallel multiverse spinning in its nuclei. From the heart of the solar system, disaster in the skies over the Himalayas, an eclipsed prophetic spirit since Eden, Dante Alighieri's paradise, a black light, a Ptolemaic dynasty, hierarchical, recorded in hermetical manuscripts, prelapsarian suns, the anthropophagi traveling from across the river Styx, a shepherd from Galilee, their sacrifice in the shadow of the altar of his immolation, the lion Aslam Khan from Kathmandu, written in their astrological chart from heaven. Frontier town, running away from the bombardment with a kind of intuition through flames, according to Geiger counter clicks, crawling in through shadows, search and destroy Crimea images, Babylonian isotopes of atomic energy, journeying back from orbiting Earth, re-entry, bringing the bacillus, another millennial generation child, fighting for its first breath, mosaic of turquoise silk screen ghost, a chrysolite infectious virus, since they can't return home, outside the frontier town, desert skies. Stars, journeying back across time's chrysolite, shimmering at the beginning of dawn, across the Trojan shoreline, Elysian fields of asphodel from the beginning, intergalactic travelers from their caves, spying on world vision by satellite tracking, since Hiroshima and Nagasaki, a black light in the skies, discovery of our galaxy planet, shape-shifting its globe to the end of time, on journeying back to the beginning, crisscrossing the mountains of the moon, Jupiter ascending over 1,000 cities, recalling the meteor storm clouds shining, a ghost light shimmering from Alpha Lyra. Thanks very much, David. Thank you, and everyone. Cheers.